Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway for round 16 of the iRacing British Touring Car Championship. We need to get straight to the grid because the action is going to be starting any moment. Joining me, Chris Cohen, in the commentary box is Rob Burton. Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you, Chris. I'm looking forward to this race.
And we can see it's a very, very full grid indeed. We have on the pole position for the third time in 4 races is Koba Lopez, second place Fletcher, and that's McCarran behind him in the team colours of Team Club 44. Fantastic qualifying session for McCarran, getting into third place there.
Yep, definitely. There's a lot of good qualifying positions there, and people put themselves in quite a good position. There are a couple of others further back that are going to make it up in the first few laps of the race, I expect.
And just look how far back that grid goes. That is crazy.
Yep, straight back onto the oval, almost halfway round by the look of it.
And the lights go on at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The engines are revving. We are green, and the cars are away. And good start from Lopez. Oh, Grunhill up from 4th is looking to make a move into turn 1. And this is where it could all go wrong for so many cars. And we've got a spinner. Oh no, and that's who's that? That's one of the Team Club 44s that's gone off down there in turn 1. Everyone else kind of filtering around them. Is that McCarran that's gone off in turn 1? That would be a disaster, Rob.
Yeah, that's McCarran's gone off there. That will be a disaster. Hopefully he can get going back quickly and try and make some position that's quite quick in the race, but that's going to be a trouble with all these cars on track.
Absolutely, and that qualifying third as well. Oh, that is a nightmare. But amazingly clean through turn 1, really, as we pick up Andreas Katz, who's currently running in the what looks like third position now from 5th on the grid.
Yep, great position. We've got that eBay Motors car behind close proximity. It's going to be a great battle.
Absolutely, and that well, what we were saying before about low wing and cold tyres on the very first lap, it's always a difficulty, isn't it?
Yep, and look at that, they're going side by side through the oval section now.
And McGarity is one of the drivers in the pits. Wonder what's happened to him. That's interesting to see on lap 2 as the drivers come over the line. Then Koba Lopez is your current race leader. He has a 2.4 second lead already over Mark Fletcher. So Fletcher looking to hold up the field at the moment. Katz in 3rd, and Grunhill is currently running in 4th. You can see him down there in the background.
Yeah, I just watched a couple of drivers, especially one called Dan Hunt. He made a great move on the first corner and got underneath somebody to take the next position.
And Hunt currently running there in the 13th position. So we join up with him. Jerome Kaiser is just behind him. Tristan Bodis is behind him, and Hunt is now on the hunt for Stephen Hefford, who is just up in front as they come onto the oval section.
The drivers just spreading out a little bit now, got a bit of space between them all.
Riding on board now with Dan Hunt in the Speedworks car. That is Stephen Hefford up in front of him, and the eBay Motors car just up ahead of John Richardson as well. Look at that draft as he goes down the inside into turn 1. This could be extremely dodgy. He's going to have to get that car stopped, and Hefford's given him no room, and that is they've made contact. Oh dear, Hefford just gave him absolutely no room whatsoever there. Let's see if we can get a quick replay of that from another angle.
Yeah, no room there at all really. I thought we might have give way a little bit and let him go through.
Yeah, absolutely. John Richardson just up ahead, manages to get out of the way there. Hunt was really left with nowhere to go. Question is, did Hefford know that he was down his inside there? And those two drivers really losing out there. Difficult one, especially coming out of that oval section, because we have lost 2 of the drivers there. Meanwhile, up front, who else but Koba Lopez, and he now has a 3.2 second or 3.3 second gap over Andreas Katz, who has managed to get past Mark Fletcher and now running in 2nd position. So Lopez 1st, Katz 2nd, Fletcher 3rd.
Yeah, these people have managed to keep themselves in a lot of trouble, and they're running quite some good lap times as well, and they got a bit of breathing space between themselves, so hopefully these guys can put up a good show and we'll see how it goes.
We're riding on board now with Koba Lopez. You can see just how dark and overcast that sky was that we were talking about earlier. And just look how clean he keeps it round this lap. Hopefully I haven't put the curse on him as he does that, but he's keeping the car off the curbs, keeping the car off that dirty edge of the track, which isn't very well defined, as he comes onto the oval section now and looks to get the draft on the back marker just up ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean the back markers probably play a big part here. They can get a bit of a tow still, and hopefully they leave enough room to let them overtake them and carry on.
A lot of damage on the front of that Team Club 44 car. I believe that could well be Nick McCarron up in front of him. McCarron is still in the running. McCarron is currently down in the 24th position, a lap down now to Koba Lopez, as his gap is now almost 5 seconds over Andreas Katz, and we're not even halfway through the race yet, Rob.
Yeah, definitely not halfway through the race yet. Still got 9 laps to go here. Anything can happen.
Oh, and we're looking at Craig Ray with Jerome Kaiser just up in front, who's gone off, in fact, onto the gravel there, and Ray is now up to 9th position as a result of that, with a bit of clean air between him and John Richardson up in front. But John Richardson who's currently running in the 8th position, is looking for a very strong result here.
Yeah, definitely looking for a strong result, and I think some of these drivers are going to get a good strong result with other people having incidents and dropping out. We'll see how it gets on a bit later. We've got 9 laps to go still.
The field's kind of spreading out at the moment, as we predicted it might well do. Looking a little bit further down the field then, one man we said we might well be in trouble in this race is Ignacio Pinella, who didn't qualify well. The screen is showing he's in 11th. He's actually in 10th place now. He's made another place back. Simon Field, who qualified very well, is down in 11th place behind Pinella. So Pinella doing very well and well into the points in this race, Rob.
Yeah, definitely well into the points. Simon's got some good lap times on, but he's trying to push forward a bit, and it's a hard job at the minute because there seem to be a lot of drivers in front.
And we're on lap 6 out of 13, coming up to the halfway point. There's a lot of clean air between a lot of the drivers up in front, but Mark Fletcher is 2.5 seconds ahead of Dave Grunhill, and he has dropped back from Andreas Katz, who's up in front. Fletcher. Oh, it's the other way around. Fletcher's dropped down to 4th now. That's Grunhill up in front of him. So Grunhill slipped past Fletcher.
Yeah, Grunhill showing what he can do there. We're not quite sure how that happened. Hopefully, find out a bit later.
Grunhill now, Fletcher rather, with the toe down the start-finish straight. Grunhill's going defensive. Fletcher just blasts past him, and he gets on the brakes. We'll see what happens as we go around this corner. Grunhill's going to have to leave. Oh, he doesn't leave him some room, and that was pretty close between Fletcher and Grunhill, I have to say. But 2 drivers at the top of their game at the moment, very, very capably keeping out of trouble there. Stelian Shepelevsky brings up the back of this train now. So there's 3 cars on your screen there. We're looking at Grunhill up front, then Mark Fletcher, and then Stelian Shepelevsky in the 5th position. This looks to be shaping up to be a good battle.
Yeah, definitely a lot of the drivers closing up at the front there, and they should really work out really well for a great finish to this race.
Well, we did ask the question at the start, can anyone stop Koba Lopez, and his gap has not grown too much. He's perhaps easing off now. He's still 4 seconds ahead of Katz. Grunhill, who we're watching now, is a further 3 seconds behind, as Grunhill's just trying to break the toe of Mark Fletcher behind him. He knows how dangerous that toe can be, and we saw Fletcher make an attempt last lap. He's going to make another attempt this time round, almost bumper to bumper as they approach turn 1. Fletcher getting a little bit wide there, just grazed the wall. Grunhill's down the inside into turn 1. Fletcher taking it nice and wide. Shepelevsky's looking to benefit in the black Addison Lee just behind there. And these 3 still nose to tail as we go on to lap 8.
Yeah, we just hope the 2 at the front they don't actually have much of an accident, because Shepelevsky might be able to get through and carry on leading this thing.
Absolutely, that would be very exciting if he could do anything like that as we go on board with Chepelevsky now. You can see how hard the car's having to work through this infield section. Chepelevsky, no stranger to the front of the field, having won the last round as we go past a Wix Racing car at the side of the road there. Interestingly, he won the last round at Brands Hatch. Last week. As he looks to pick up the toe now, he's got Mark Fletcher ahead of him, Dave Grunhill in a KX Momentum in front of him, and there's a long drag around this oval part of the track, and Grunhill's already going defensive, forcing Fletcher around the outside. Chepelevsky just picks up the toe from Grunhill, and let's see what he can do coming out into turn 1, because this is the real danger area, as Grunhill and Fletcher are now side by side. Well, Grunhill forces Fletcher around the outside again, and no progress there from Fletcher, but that has allowed Chepelevsky right on the tail of these guys.
Yeah, definitely. He's just waiting to see what happens and buy his time and make his move.
Meanwhile, some more place changes for you further down the field. Simon Field is currently in a battle for 13th position. As we're coming down the start-finish straight now, that's Chris Shaw. Oh, and we've got one of the Dino Jets has spun off. Is that Jerome Kaiser? No, it isn't. It's one of the other Dino Jets who I think was a lap down. Field has been pushed down to 14th position, and we'll be looking to take that back.
And Richard Wild has just rolled his car. He's just trying to get back on track now, on the infield.
Let's have a quick look, see if we can bring that up on the screen here. What has happened to Richard Wild? He was running in such a good position there. We'll see if we can find out. No, we can't bring that up for you at the moment, unfortunately, so we'll come back to the live action. Pinella is in 9th position in a heated battle with Craig Ray, who you see in the white and blue Speedworks car on the outside. Pinella was, I believe, in 9th before until this challenge from Ray, and I believe that's a back marker in the Pertec as well, so that's not going to be for position. So coming to turn 1. So Pinella holding on to 9th then. Craig Ray just behind there. I'm not sure which one of the Pertecs that is behind just there, but that is a back marker. Meanwhile, Field is still down in that 14th position. He has now dropped off the back of Chris Shaw, who is currently running in 13th. And a lot of clean air now developing further down the field. So we will join up with the battle for 6th and 5th, well, the battle for 5th position really, because that is Ellis Stevens in the eBay Motors car, and you can see he is in 6th position with only, oh, he's actually in 5th now. He's gained a position with only a second between him and Adam Terry. Adam Terry will be looking to pick up the draft here with 3 laps to go.
Yep, just 3 laps to go here, and hopefully Ellis can pick up a toe and find his way through.
So Terry, first in the championship right now, 6th position, will lose points to Stevens if it finishes like this. That's why he wants to get past, but he's got a 20-point margin there. But both of them will lose a large amount of points to Koba Lopez, who is now 5 seconds out in front of Andreas Katz in 2nd position. 3rd position, Mark Fletcher, is now 5 seconds behind Katz as well. Oh, and Dave Grunner has dropped down to 8th position, so we missed that. Grunhill must have gone off somewhere, because Chepelevsky and Fletcher and Grunhill were all in that battle a moment ago.
Yeah, he's still running on the field at the minute on the oval section, but he did drop back a few places there, so he must have had an awkward moment.
Yeah, that's a shame for Dave Grunhill, because he was running very strongly there for a while. Out in front though, you've got to say Koba Lopez is running away with this one, and
yeah.
It's just no one's going to be able to catch him now, surely, unless he makes a huge mistake.
Yeah, definitely now. I mean, he's got a bit of board time at all. There's a great battle going on behind now between Katz and Fletcher.
So yeah, so sorry, on my screen at least, Fletcher's a good 5 seconds behind at the moment from Katz. as further down the field we pick up Ryan Littlemore, and he is currently running in the 17th position in the Airwaves car, and we don't have that on the screen, apologies for that. He has got Stephen Sharp behind him, but Sharp's a lap down now, I believe. So that's not for position, but that just up in front of Ryan Littlemore is that's another back marker as well, isn't it? Yeah. So Ryan Littlemore, a new entry into the league last week, running 18th at the moment. Will be a solid finish, but outside the points, and it's actually, with so many cars going off in this race, there's only 18 cars on the lead lap, Rob, so it's kind of hard, sometimes hard to see who's on the lead lap, who's battling. Oh, and the AMD tuning car nearly taking out Ryan Littlemore there. It's kind of hard, Rob, to see who's on the lead lap and who's not.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you watch the car in front, you just see something happening behind you. You don't realise it's a lapped car, so it's really hard to keep concentrating here.
Kobe Lopez then is coming round onto the oval section on his final lap of the race to take the win. Was there ever any doubt in your mind?
No, probably not. We knew we had it in him, but by how far we weren't quite sure.
The gap now is 6 seconds between him and Andreas Katz. It won't be long now before he takes his 3rd win out of 4 races. And that's an impressive finish there, as Katz comes over the line in 2nd place, in easy 2nd in the end. It's Mark Fletcher dropping off the pace. Fletcher then takes it in 3rd place, Chepelewski 4th. Stevens though dropping down to 9th, and we missed that one as well. Oh no, he's down to 11th. Where is Stevens? Well, it's showing 6 on the screen, but 11th, 12th on the timing, so has he crossed the line, Rob?
Looking at it, I'm not sure if he has actually, and we're trying to catch up with him if we can.
Absolutely, yeah. He was running just behind Adam Terry. He was running just in front of Adam Terry, in fact, and he looks like he's not finished in that position, and he's dropping down the standings on the timing screen. So interesting what might have happened at the end of the race there. So these are the official timed results on your screen there. Kobe Lopez takes the win for Team Club 44. Katz 2nd. Fletcher comes home in 3rd. Chepelewski 4th. Adam Terry is 5th. John Richardson, very impressive 6th place for the Oh, it says he's Airways Racing. He's actually changed to eBay this week. That's not up to date. Dave Grunhill in 7th. 8th is Craig Ray. 9th Ignacio Pinella, and another impressive score there, Damien Harrison finishing in the 10th spot. But from the grid, Richard Wilde down in 32nd position. Won't be happy with that one, Rob.
Definitely not, no. He really was hoping to get some good points from that race, and really he's going to be catch up in the 2nd race to try and get up there.
Indeed, and the timing screen actually showing 41 drivers starting this race, so that's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if they all did start this race, but a number of drivers, Nick McCarron in particular, coming home in 29th position, 2 laps down. He won't be very pleased with that result, having started 3rd on the grid, but we saw what happened in the first corner there.
Yeah, definitely. We all anticipated there's going to be something happening in the first corner, and as usual there was. We just hope a few drivers take it a little bit easier and trying to get away from any damage and keep going in the race. But we've still got 2 more races to come today, so anything can happen.
And we'll try and get confirmation on Nick McCarron's final position there, because that's it's showing on the timing screen as 29th and 16th on the screen here. Not quite sure what's going on, but Jerome Kaiser, new entry, 11th. Very good finish. Simon Field, he won't be pleased with that, but he picks up some points in 12th place. Steve Richardson, the older Richardson in the eBay Motors, is 13th. Van Gool, 14th. Chris Shaw is the final point scorer in round 16.
Yeah, I just found out that Ellis Stevens finished in 17th place, a lap down.
So it's interesting that, not sure, there must have been a last lap incident, right? And we'll see if we can grab a quick word with Ellis. Hopefully we can find out what's going on. I don't think he's available to ask him about this, but we'll have a quick go at that Ellis, are you there? No, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get hold of him for the moment. But it'll be interesting to find out, because he was running in the, was it the 5th position there, and then all hell must have broken loose on track.
Yeah, he was running in the 5th position there, and then all else broke out on track, and we're still trying to work out exactly what happened.
In the meantime, let's see if we can get a quick word with Craig Ray for Speedworks Motorsport. Craig, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Craig, an impressive finish in round 16. Very good result for you. How did that feel?
It's about time, really. I mean, I still can't believe how much I struggled in qualifying, just didn't get the luck. So, needed that to have a good go on it at the second race, I guess.
And with just about half the field finishing on the first, on the lead lap, and everyone else finishing a lap down, it's obviously been a very difficult experience for a lot of drivers to stay on the track out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running on a -1 wing, so I'm surprised that so many of them are struggling, really. But it's that turn one, I guess. It's difficult.
And on the first lap, of course, is Nick McCarron starting from 3rd place, who actually took a spin on the first corner. Was there contact there, or did he kind of do that himself?
It was so far down, I didn't even see it, to be honest. But I just managed to pick my way through and picked up a number of places then.
And 2 more races to come this evening. Are you hoping to improve on that, given that you can now start in the top 10?
I have done in the past, so it makes it a lot easier starting in the top 10, because the guys there are less likely to have incidents. So a bit of luck, I might gain another few places, and it's just good to be back in the top 10.
Brilliant. Good luck to you in the 2nd and 3rd race. Thanks, Craig.
Cheers.
That's Craig Ray driving for Speedworks, and we'll see if we can get a quick word now with Nick McCarron. Hopefully he can join us to just go through that first lap with us. Over to you, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to work out what happened at that first lap. What happened there, Nick?
What happened was I was up the inside of what's his name, Mark, and I saw him try and cover, and then he thought better of it. So I thought, go on, I can stick myself up the inside of him. Then I turned left, and it just kept turning and turning, and it was one of those spins that I knew I couldn't get out of, so I just let it go.
All right. Well, you're that was 16th there, Nick, in that last race. Obviously starting a little bit further down the field this time, but hoping to pick your way back through.
Yeah, hoping to pick my way back through, but I saw it as 27th, mate. So
yeah,
I got a long way to go.
We've got all sorts of numbers for you here. We've got 16th, we've got 29th, we've got all kind of, well. So I will have to see in the second race, I suppose. But a little bit of work to do for you, but you're hoping to make better of it this time.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's a bit of a lottery in some ways. I mean, I was in 20th coming into T1. And there was a car who just span in front of me. There was nothing I could do to not hit him, which then I'm down to 27th.
Well, if it is 27th, there's obviously quite a lot of work to do, but good luck to you in the second race all the same, Nick.
Cheers, Chris.
Yeah, I can confirm that was 27th place for Nick now.
And we'll see if we can get a quick word with Stephen Sharp before we sign off at the end of the first race. Stephen, are you with us?
Yep.
Brilliant. How did that first race go for you, Stephen?
Well, you start from 32nd on a track with a narrow corner. Someone around 25th decided to crash on the outside, which meant they ran into Marcus and Simon, but it was neither of their faults. Basically, we just end up with a ball of wadded cars from about 25 down.
And do you think that's the track? I mean, does the track cause that kind of incident, or can you have a clean first corner here?
You can, but I mean that was the first race. I'm hoping people are paying more attention. But you pretty much have to go through at walking pace if you're down in sort of 20th back. You just can't try and make a place. You have to just sort of drive through like you're in traffic on the freeway and wait for the oval and call that the start of the race if you're that far down.
And what's your strategy for starting in a second race? Any sort of secrets up your sleeve?
Not really. I mean, a couple of people tried to start from pit lane, but it's not really playing the game, is it? You might as well get involved. I'm just going to try and stay a safe distance from the car in front through the first lap and hope I'm still got a car at the end of it.
Alright, well we hope so too, because it makes for much more exciting racing when you do. Thanks, Stephen.
Cheers, mate.
Stephen Sharp there for amdtuning.com, and that is the end of round 16 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. and that was an exciting race in itself. Rob, round 17 and 18 coming up. What do you think's in store for those?
I expect a lot more to happen. First lap again. Probably a few things might happen. People getting out of the way and making up positions, but a few drivers had a poor race there and getting involved in a few incidents, and have got something to make up in the next couple of races.
Absolutely. Well, one person who doesn't have to make up any positions is Koba Lopez, who is going to be starting from pole position and takes the maximum number of points for the third time in a row. Well, third time in 4 races. It's bound to be exciting. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. 10-15 minutes, we'll be back on the air with round 17 from BSR TV. Hope you can join us.